Okay.
Hey, good morning. I am cutting her out. Yeah, she has like Hi guys, welcome back to Baza Market Ask a Creative. Today, my guest is the amazing, the TinTin the model. What? Pew, 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 pew. Insane! I am so excited to have you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
But yeah, how are you doing?
It's hot, guys.
It's
like
hot.
outside.
It's a very hot day. Yeah, it's a very hot day.
Like if you have no reason going outside, don't go outside.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
And it's only August, so it's gonna get
worse.
yeah. But I like the heat.
I think I prefer the cold, cause then you can like.
Okay, Zambian cold's okay.
It's not that bad, yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Just a
But
few
you get
jackets,
warm,
boots.
yeah, 12 hours.
Exactly.
True.
But the heat.
I will still choose the heat. I know I'm saying it's not that bad, but I'll still choose the heat.
Yeah, but I've seen you're wearing a hot turtleneck, a black one for that matter. It's like
I'm not feeling it.
it's hot outside.
But yeah, okay, great. So like, tell us a bit about yourself. We just know things in the world. We just see flight pics, photo shoots, events. You know what I mean? Who is TinTin? Who is Christina?
Who's
Who even get to
Christina?
TinTin?
Yes, I think let's start with Christina first,
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of creatives have like an alter ego, and then TinTin is my alter ego.
Okay.
And I say this because sometimes a lot of my friends are like, today I'm behaving like TinTin. You know?
Oh
like,
wow! So like two different personalities.
You're tripping, yeah.
Nice.
And
Crazy.
even sometimes like the person that I'm in a relationship with will be like, like
This is
I'm
TinTin.
dating Christina, I'm not dating TinTin.
And we want, for the record, we want Christina.
You want Christina here?
Yes.
All right, girl. You should have said it. I'm very calm. I'm very
Yeah.
calm. I'm very mellow. I apparently have like. Can I cuss? Yeah, you're gonna like blue it out.
Please do not cuss. This is a family show.
Okay, I've got a resting face. You know what that is? Like,
Yeah.
you just look like some
Yeah,
angry,
serious
serious person.
Okay.
But tomboy by heart in nature. I grew up around a lot of brothers.
Okay.
So, and I have the scars to prove that. Like, my body is covered in ink if you don't know. But I was very athletic growing up. I played a lot of basketball. A lot of people don't know this. Yes. I also played netball. Yes. At Roma Girls, and we were on the national team, and we did a lot of things. I was on the debate club. I was always the first speaker.
Madam Overachiever.
Girl, you know what it is? That was before like the boobies and the curves, because that's what confused me a little bit, small. But yeah, I'm like everybody's big sister and everybody's mom. Like even in our friends group,
You're the
in my
mom,
friends
you're the
group,
mom friend.
I'm not the oldest, but I'm just the mom.
I tend
friend.
to be the mom friend. So
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Christina. I just want to like take care of people, and like I love Finkuala guys. Let me just tell you something. I cook them.
What is this free promo for Finkualas?
Free promo for Fincooks. I like fry them, and then I put them in like the little lunchbox, and I eat them throughout the week, like as a snack, like as the day goes.
Okay. Yeah, I know a few people that do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Roma Girls. Okay, on a serious note though, I went to Roma Girls for my high school. And I went there because my mom went there and all of her sisters went there. And then I went to do law, my law degree at I started off at Unilas and then transferred to Cavendish University. I want to do a master's in business admin.
Ma'am, this is a long intro. Let's pause.
And
You
I
have a
can't
law
dance
degree.
to save my life.
Let's start
I'll
there. I
finish
should know
there.
about the law degree.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know.
What
but
happened? How did you pivot from law?
How did from law into like modeling and
Yeah.
you know what? Fun fact is when I started studying law, right? Suits had just come out as a series, right?
Don't tell me you did it for the vibes.
No. So I was like, I think I was already way way deep into it.
Yeah.
And then Suits came out. Now the thing about Suits, right, guys, like it's great. I know Steve Harvey, what is his name? What's Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey's the
Steve
somebody, whatever, is like great, and that's not really what it is, guys. Like it's a movie. So I found myself like first year really excited, really pumped, and then second year sort of like feeling like, is that really what I want to do? Yeah. And then you get to third year and then you're like, I just have 1 year to go. Like it doesn't make sense for me to stop now. So like by the time you're finishing, you're like, okay, truth be told, I don't want to study law. I know that this law degree is gonna come in handy one way or the other in the near future, but I don't see myself in a courtroom or arguing cases or any of that stuff. Whereas first year Christina was all about like I'm gonna have my own law firm and I'm gonna do this.
So
and
you
this
never
and this.
thought about modeling?
No, it didn't cross my mind at all.
So how did you find yourself modeling? You're one of the biggest models in the country. How'd you fumbled into it?
I don't know how it happened. Let me just tell you something. Sometimes, guys, God puts people in your life for a reason.
True that.
And I was in a relationship with my ex at the time, and he was always like, get into modeling. And I'm like, just like, it's rubbish, it's nonsense. I'm a lawyer.
Serious girl.
Too. I'm a serious girl. I'm gonna be like
Professional.
I'm gonna be 25, independent, in
Yeah,
my own house,
with
in
my
my
own
own
firm.
car, with my own law firm. I was that girl.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, okay, cool, you can still do that, but like, I feel like you should try and tap into this. You're tall, you're naturally slim, and you've got the face for it, or whatever it is. I just refused for like the longest time. Eventually, he tells me we're going on a date. It wasn't a date. It was a modeling audition.
Shout out to you wherever you are. We won't name you.
We won't name, but wherever he is, shout out to him. And I modeled. I was pissed off and hungry. I modeled. I got picked, and that was my first and only modeling agency that I've been affiliated to. I mean, I did get a signing. I got signed to a modeling agency in South Africa, but guys, got my love. That's a story for another day.
Now we are curious.
Let me just say something.
Wow, one led you to it, another one led you away. Okay. Please, let's continue with the modeling. So, you got picked.
So I got picked. ZGO Modeling Agency. Shout out to Wally and Nawa, you're amazing. And I think I had my first fashion show for SBM. SBM fashion show happened. And I was like, this is nice.
I like this.
I'm getting paid because I'm cute. Like,
Okay.
this is free money, And I'm like, okay, let me see how far we can take this. And even when I started, I'll be very honest with you, I didn't think it would get this far.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, yes, you did that, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, you did that. You're gonna do that. When I say you're gonna do that, I mean next month, I mean Milan Fashion Week, I mean first Zambian to walk that runway, I mean Paris Fashion Week. Pat on the back, Yeah, but it took a lot because the modeling industry is struggling in Zambia in terms of management, agencies. A lot of girls have been misled into thinking they're signing up with a proper modeling agency and they just exploited. We've heard of agencies that they sell girls.
It's modeling agencies that sell the girls.
Yeah, so it's a little crazy. And we've come a long way as a creative industry. But Zambia, when Zambian think creative, they think musician.
Yeah, they think musician.
They think actor.
Yeah.
So model is maybe like somewhere mid
going
down.
Like what field are you even in?
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. So it's been a great struggle. I think there's been a lot of lessons learned. I would definitely do it again, but I'll do it smarter. I've learned to work smart, not work hard.
Okay.
And I'm just excited. In the future, I want to open up a firm.
That's back.
Not a law firm. A modeling agency.
For sure.
Yeah.
But before you even get into uni in the future and everything. So this ex-boyfriend tells you you sign up, it's great. Shout out to the agency, they were good to you. From there, where did it go? Because now you've jumped us to where you are now. We want
really
the
jumped.
in between.
Okay. Let me just tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. You're talking to like a former law student here, so there's like a lot of talking. What happened? SBM. Then I started. You know what? God has been so good to me because photographers then that were established were like, oh, okay, this girl's new in the scene. Let's take some photos.
You were really favored, eh?
I was really favored, and
shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to the big J up there. You know. So I've actually never paid for a photo shoot in my whole modeling career. That's crazy. So they helped me build my portfolio, and everyone was just really eager to help me out. And then I got spotted by a lady in the UK that was sending girls to pageants. That was 2015, and she was like, "Okay, do some modeling auditions." Spirit Benasha, may her soul rest in peace, was the one that was having those auditions under Pink Diamonds.
Okay.
So I went, I auditioned, and I got the role to represent Zambia at Top Model of the World competition. So there's little old me, no modeling experience.
It must have been quite the thrill.
I was thrilled. I was like,
where was that?
In Egypt.
Okay.
So it was 178 girls from all over the world. Mad. And this is me. Bear in mind, modeling is like fashion modeling and beauty pageants,
I was actually about to ask which side are you on?
I think I'm on the fashion, runway, billboards.
Okay.
But then I got pushed into the deep end of like beauty pageants, right? With no experience. I'm there in Egypt and I'm like learning on the job. And it was exciting to get, so they do like eliminations and countdowns. Okay, you know what? I've made it to top 50. Okay, we could do this. We could do this. Okay, I made it to top 20. This is exciting, meaning I beat 150 girls.
Yeah.
Okay, I made it to top 10.
How long does that even take? Because like 178 girls.
Yeah.
How do they eliminate?
How long was I there? I think I was there for like 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks.
Okay, so it's a
so there's like, so there's like challenges, judges favorites, obviously. There's mentors, so they all give like, and then there's interviews. You talk about your country. So they give you like different points. We had photo shoots throughout the whole duration. So
2 weeks is short. It's a very strict competition.
People
are getting cut off.
It was crazy. Like we were up every day for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, up every day at 4 a.m. And you go. It's one thing after the other. Photo shoot, interview. You're going to this city. You're going to promote this restaurant. You're going to do this. Into the evening, where you go to promote a club or like a lounge area, and you're getting home at like 1 a.m., 1:30.
And then 4 a.m.
to be up again at 4 a.m. the next day. So it was crazy. So a lot of girls actually even just dropped out by themselves.
So do you get paid for being in the contest?
No, you don't get any pay.
So even the promotion you're doing, what is it for?
I guess it's what the organizers of the pageant tell their sponsors. Say, give us this amount of money for a pageant, and you have beautiful girls from all over the country talking about your product and things
What's the prize for top model?
Back then I think it was $30,000 US. Okay. I don't know what it is now. Most recently, Precious went to top model, same competition.
No, we spoke to her.
Yes, so then that happened, and then it was like, okay, top 10, this is great. And then I think I ranked number 6 or 7, whatever it was. And I was the only African that year to get to top 10. I was the first ever Zambian to get to top 10. So it was like, I was like, you know what? Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. Yeah.
You've really, you've been doing this for a while. You've been doing this for a while, and you've done it with a lot of perseverance. I would have never guessed this is something that you started with just, okay, fine,
let's give it a try.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, it looks very strategized, very, I'm gonna persevere in this, I want to do this is what I want to do. You've been very focused, and I think, it's one of those things that really show you, like, sometimes you're just in the field that you're supposed to be in. from the ease of transition, from everything flowing. It's been a nice journey to see, and I think you've paved the way for a lot of young girls that look up and they're like, now we have models that we can mention. Like, oh, you can mention TinTin, you can mention Precious, you can mention, there's models names to mention. And when someone thinks, I want to join modeling, you're an example. You're like, who? Now you do modeling and then what?
And then what?
And then what?
Yeah.
Parents. Here's like a proper, foodie, lovely young lady.
Talk about parents.
That's no. We're gonna get into it. Parents. What was happening? What was going on in the home when you said, "Inevalo"?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I just jumped straight into it. I didn't speak to my dad for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
That's the longest I've ever heard.
That's
I know people who've not spoken with parents for career's sake.
Yeah.
Like 3 years.
3 years is a long time, and you know what? Sometimes we tend to forget that parents are people also, right? And they love you based on how they've been loved, what they know, how their parents raised them and taught them. And my dad was very strict, very staunch, very hard, very conservative. My mom was more easygoing and laid back, even though my mom is a pastor, right? And my dad,
PK.
I'm a PK.
Okay.
Girl, let me not start the Holy Spirit in this place.
Yeah, Jesus people here.
Hallelujah, girl, hallelujah. But the household is very strict. The house is very strict. For my dad, it's look. Even if I have money, it's not your money. It's my money. I worked hard for this money. What I'm going to do for you is take you to school.
So you build yourself.
Right? And so this is a man with that principle in life, and then you tell him, homie, I don't want to do this. Exactly.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it. You, that's fire in the household. But he's adjusted really nicely. My mom also, I think my mom has had a strong belief in how she raised us as her kids, to say, look, there are people that are going to go to her and say, but why would you allow your child to model? Especially then when I was starting, it's like, that's just prostitution and hule and whatever it is. And my mom, I think, had a strong belief in how she raised us to be like, you know what, she's going to change the world. The world's not going to change her. So even if it was like tense on my father's side, I've always had the support and love from my mom, and just the encouragement of saying, you know what, look, this career that you've chosen is very tricky. You have to protect your space. You have to be a certain way. You are also a child of God. There are certain things that you are not allowed to do. There are certain things that everybody else around you can do. The moment you do it, you get in trouble.
True.
Because the Holy Spirit is trying to protect you from something. So growing up like that, I think, has helped me a lot. I'm not saying that I've never gotten into trouble or never made bad decisions. I have. It's the human process. But I feel like that upbringing sort of shielded me from a lot more trouble that I could have potentially gotten into. Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting. So now looking, you were at Universe, right? And you decided, this was after the 4 years. Had you like saved up some money when you were telling them? Did you tell them right off the jump, or when you had graduated and you're like?
It was actually when I was still in school, because when I think I was still in first year or second year at Universe, I transferred to Chicago Mission third year. No, second semester, something like that. But it's because my grades started getting affected. Okay, so my dad was like, you're sharper than this. What's happening? And he was like,
oh,
you know?
Gosh.
So you see, now you're just going to be like a janitor, you're going to be, and these words have stuck with me forever.
Janitor.
I think my dad needs to apologize to me.
Oh my God. Did he really say you're going to be a janitor?
He really said you're going to be mopping
people doing the most.
They be doing the most, like they cause a lot of trauma, you know. He was like, yeah, you just end up as nothing. You're gonna be mopping people's offices. All your friends who are in school, who are getting good grades and who decided to go for this, you'll be working for them, cleaning their offices, cleaning their toilets. And I was like, go for bigs, go for big.
Jesus is alive.
Jesus is not from your village. I said no. And somehow also I think that motivated me to be
Yes,
like,
it
I'm
does
going to prove
motivate
you
you.
wrong.
It really does motivate you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do things out of spite.
Yeah.
And spite can be a very big motivator.
It really
because they're
can.
just like, hey, then I should go back to dad and say,
I'm asking for money. I'm asking for, and I think, you know.
So where did you go though? Because you were not speaking for 3 years. Where were you living?
No, my parents have been separated and they're remarried.
Okay.
So I've got, it's a very big family, mom and stepdad, and then dad and stepmom.
Oh, remarried to other people?
To other people,
Okay.
yes. So I was with my mom and my stepdad.
Okay.
And that's always kind of who I've grown up with in that household. I would visit my dad occasionally, but I just stopped. I deleted his number. I blocked him.
That's a very traumatic experience.
I didn't go to any of like family events, and I remember he would always call my sister, right, getting emotional, and ask about me, and I was just like, I don't want to hurt my feelings. Like he cuts deep, you know. This is the like your dad is your first love, you know. He's supposed to be your number one cheerleader, and I felt like he was coming from a good place, but it was just the execution.
Yeah, and I love that you reminded us that we need to remember that parents are people too.
Yes.
You know, they have their own hopes and dreams that they want to put on you. Is your dad a lawyer?
No, my stepdad is a lawyer.
Oh, funny. Okay, but like they really do have their own, and it's very important for us to recognize that they're coming from a good place. They're not, even when they're being harsh.
Yeah.
The delivery is harsh sometimes, but they really are coming from a place of security. And that's something I always try to remind people. Like when you're picking your careers and you're derailing, remember if you can show them that you will still find security in what you're doing, a lot more parents will be chill.
Yeah.
Because from like the older generation, for them security was in the traditionally professional jobs, law, engineering, doctor.
Yes.
You know, but in this economy,
in this economy,
in this social media world, like things have changed. There's more security.
So
some people have more security in content creation. Some people have more security in
there.
You know, like, and we're hearing these salaries. They're not doing most.
Yeah.
So you might even get like the low job or whatever, but like how long do you have to intern? How many times do you have to do a free gig before you find out maybe you know you can afford your own life?
It's funny because you know a lot of my classmates that we studied together, very few of them are actually practicing. Those that graduated, very few of them. You just hear, okay, there's one who's a makeup artist.
Is that practicing law because is it that they're not practicing because law has refused? Because I also know Ziali is a problem. So like, is it
no? Like some of them actually went to Ziali, passed the bar, and they were just like,
"This is not for
it's not for me. I'm just gonna do something completely different." And like, it's like okay.
And this is my fear. This is my fear with parents. It's like after those 4 years, and then the child doesn't even practice. So you might as well have pushed them at least
in the direction,
the skills that they needed.
Yes.
You know, I really.
But I think I think that's where African parenting gets it a bit wrong. And maybe it's easy for me to say this because I'm not a parent yet. But when I see how other people, other cultures raise their kids, right? If you see that your child is naturally interested in soccer, right? You push them towards that direction. You ensure that they're getting good grades or whatever it is, but after school activities, you allow them. Then you take them to a soccer camp during the holidays, and then a soccer academy. The next thing you know, you have a whole Cristiano Ronaldo
this
in
thing
your house.
About grades, you know, I love what Jack Ma once said. Jack Ma is I don't know if he's the founder, but he's the owner of Alibaba. And he said, I don't want my kids doing A stars and A's. I told them, look, if you're in B, you're C, you're fine. Because it's the B and C students who have time for other things that allow them to discover who they are. And, you know, you find, like, passion is a big part, even in business. Anyone running a business would say, if you're not passionate about it, you do
it won't work,
You know, if you're not passionate about that accounting, those numbers will eat you alive. Like you, it's a big part. So it's definitely something to ask. Speaking of business, Madam Businesswoman. What? How did you just 360 on us? First of all, I'm starting to think this is a character trait because you moved from law, then you went to this. Now you're just like a full
I'm done with this
businesswoman. Let's get into
Let's get into that.
It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Shout out TinTin
Tinted Cosmetics.
Tinted.
Baby, tinted. a wordplay on TinTin though. Look, it's very important to know when to stop. Okay, I've been modeling for a while. I have had some of the most beautiful experiences modeling.
Yeah.
I've traveled the world modeling. I always told myself, right? And I remember I need to find this interview that I did when I just come back from Egypt, and I told myself, right, like I'm gonna stop when I do Paris Fashion Week. That's always something that I manifested. And I said Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week.
And
those are my 3 fashion weeks. And the day that I attend these fashion weeks, I think I'll hang in the towel and I'll go into like maybe a mentorship or something else. And let me tell you guys, God is not a man that he should lie.
Come on now.
No, that's
Preach
not a
somebody.
man that he should
Preach
repent.
somebody.
You people, like, God is real, and it's very important because your plans are not his plans.
Yeah.
But your plans and his plans, they can work
They can
sometimes,
together,
right?
yeah.
But you must always involve him. And I always just prayed and said, God, I don't know how. Okay?
You are my how.
You are my
You
how.
are my how.
I don't know where.
You are my way.
where. I don't know when. You are my when.
Come on now.
Okay? But Milan Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, Pakafi.
Yeah.
You brought me into this world. You put that passion and interest of modeling in me. You've carried me this far. You're going to take me to the finish line.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the lines, I met Nkandaya too. Kawaso KB. He asked me to be his brand ambassador. Amazing designer. And I've been his brand ambassador for like what, the last 4 or 5 years.
That partnership has been long.
It's like a marriage.
Because I see, I think it was in Namibia one, and I was like, this partnership is still around.
It's
okay,
still around. It's
you
still
love such
around.
collaboration.
Yes. You know the thing with KB, right? I'll just digress a little bit. He always told me I can't afford to pay you, but I'm going to be someone in life. I'm going to be big in life, and you're going to be big in life. Let's be big together.
Amazing. And that's, sorry to cut you short, that is collaboration.
Yes.
You see something in someone, they see something in you, put yourselves together, make some magic.
Exactly. We worked together for 2 years. I didn't get a single salary pay from Kandayati because I couldn't afford it. He had no offices. He would book a taxi from where he is. I would book a taxi from where I am. We would meet at the Manda Hill car park upstairs. That's where we do fittings. In a taxi.
Crazy.
In a taxi. And things started happening, and he said, okay, Zambia Fashion Week, as my brand ambassador, you always open my shows, you always close my shows, great. He got invited to Windhoek Fashion Week. He says, I always move with my brand ambassador. We went to Namibia, she's coming with me, and they were like, no, we have our own models. Like,
that's your business.
We move as a team. We went there, opened, closed the show. Somebody there in Namibia spotted me. I ended up closing the whole show for Namibia, like in a custom dress that I've never tried on. I tried it on that same day, and it fits like a glove.
Wow.
And I closed the whole show.
Sponsor
outfit. See God now. We went back to Namibia, same thing. Then he got invited to Milan. Then he got invited to Paris, and then he's like, great, but I come with my brand ambassador. So you see, even when I was saying, God, I don't know where, I don't know who, when.
And Kawaso comes in.
And Kawaso comes into my life. And through Kawaso, I'm able to go to Milan Fashion Week, first Zambian model. He's going to be the first Zambian designer. Paris and New York. So
like amazing.
So now to go back. To go back, which was your question, Eden?
I mean, you've taken me. I'm just like, wow, this is you've swallowed me. We were talking about you and the business.
How I've moved.
How
I've transitioned. Yes. So yes, like I was saying, I always told myself I'll do these fashion shows and stuff, and then give chance to other people. There's so many beautiful Zambian talented upcoming models. If I'm hogging this space here,
speak on it.
If I'm hogging this space, that's what it's really called, and people just are so okay being
Top
and comfortable here. Like move.
Yeah.
You know? Move. Let other people also get up. In fact, you move, you extend an arm and you bring people up with you. And so that's the direction I decided to take. And then again, God put this idea of makeup and my own cosmetic line in my heart from when I did Shanghai Fashion Week. It was so nice. I could live there. And the makeup artist, like, they didn't do what they did to my face. It wasn't cute.
You had Asian makeup artist?
Yes. You know how that story ends.
You didn't know what?
You know how that
make yourself
story ends,
dirty.
right?
Okay, pause. Models, learn to do your own makeup. See, when you end up in these other countries, they don't know how to do makeup like that. Learn for yourself.
Yes, and that is actually when I started having an interest in makeup. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm actually going to produce some makeup for like us, people like me, girls like me. And I'm going to bring it back to Shanghai Fashion Week. And be like, do you remember my face that you botched that time? This is me now. These are my products now. This is my
fix the girls, fix the black girls.
Exactly. Lay my edges when you're done. Do what you gotta do. So yeah, I got into business, and with business, it's touch and go, starting to gain a bit of traction. I've been trying for a while, and
I think you're on the right path. You launched in 2020.
Yes. So it's going good. It's going good. We had a bit of a hiccup there in the middle. Pause. Life comes at you swinging. Sometimes you take a step back, you reevaluate, you strategize, and you take it back to Jesus. And so here we are. I had an interview the other week, and somebody was asking me, "Oh, so who's your competition here?" And I said, "The girl the girl that stares back at me in the mirror."
Yeah, that's why you're asking me about competition. I didn't come into this thinking, oh, okay, so now there's this one doing makeup. No, I came into this because I'm like, TinTin needs to be on the market. TinTin is on the market.
That God puts something in your heart, right? An idea, a passion, whatever it is. There could be 10 million other people doing that thing. But the world needs your touch. Your source is your source. The world needs Kubaza. There have been so many people that have done this before you, so many people that will do it after you, but they won't deliver the way you will deliver.
It's come to preach for us today. There's a lot of spirit in here. I love it. I love a spirit-filled woman. So now you've touched into TinTin. I have to touch on your face. You're on TV. Your face is all over this country. You are brand ambassadoring left, right, and center. Content creator. All of these things. How do you? Are you now in the TV space? Can we call you talk show host? What's happening? Now let's get into TinTin. Because I feel like now we are in TinTin area. Who is TinTin?
Just all around creative.
Love it.
Before I got into TV, I had absolutely no interest again in TV. I had no experience.
No, we've come to realize this is your trademark.
this is your trademark, baby. This is how I roll. And people were so weird. Before the cameras went on, we were just talking about how strange people are. And like, I got this job with Honey TV, right? Because somebody interviewed me 6 years ago, and I mentioned to them, maybe I'll try out TV, when I stop or whatever it is. They call me 6 years later. They're like, "Were you serious? That interview that you were talking about, like maybe trying out TV." I'm like, "I could give it a shot.
Yeah.
Go here. There's auditions here. Try it out." I went, I auditioned, they gave me the role. Timing. Somebody has the audacity to call the channel and say, "But TinTin has no experience in TV."
What does it have to do with anything?
They're like, "Well, she learned."
Now the people on TV, they had experience. See, then they just you have to give. Let's stop doing that. Why is that a normalized culture in this country?
I don't know.
Where you see someone shine, you just want to pull someone down. Uplift. Okay, TinTin is doing TV now. Let's lift her in that. TinTin is doing makeup now. Let's lift her in that. It's not. Now that model girl, what does she know about makeup? A lot. Actually.
Let me tell you something.
A lot.
A lot. So that happened. I was learning a lot on the job, but I was very excited, and I don't believe that we were designed to just do one thing for the rest of our lives.
I think purpose evolves.
Yes.
Purpose evolves.
Yes. So who knows? Maybe next year I'll just wake up and be like, I want to be a pilot, and I'll go to school for that, and I'll train, and I'll start, flying. But I always say, the only thing that's going to stop you from doing anything is this.
Mindset.
It's your mindset. If I had said to that person, I don't think I can do TV, I would never have gotten the job with Honey TV.
True.
It would never have opened up opportunities of being brand ambassadors of Amula and all these other big brands. I can't talk about what I was about to say yet. And everything that we're working on behind the scenes, right? So it's all connected in this like big circle of life.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're growing, you're flourishing,
You have
you're
to.
doing amazing things for the creative industry.
Thank
Love
you.
that. Your branding is really well
Thank
on the
you.
international scene.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. I don't have much, so we're gonna sign out now. This has been great. We've loved having you here. Okay,
Before we sign out,
yeah.
I want to give. How does Kubaza work, right? I want to do a giveaway. I want you to choose who you're going to give
Who
away.
we're gonna give away to.
So
Okay.
I don't know if you have like when you post an Instagram post, right? It could be like liked by Christina Sakala and 72 others. There's always that one person that's been supporting from the beginning, right?
Okay, our OG. Our OG, we have an OG,
You
but
have
our
an
OG
OG.
is my friend, so it will seem biased, and she's not in the country.
So, all right, girl, what you saying?
Period.
What you talking about?
Okay, yeah, we could do a giveaway. We could do some form of giveaway.
Okay.
We'll take out the rules, because now I'm kind of blank. So.
You figure it out,
Yeah.
and then you let me know, and then I'll come bring the parcel for you to give to your
Amazing.
Kubaza supporters.
I mean, TinTin, look at her. What? See what else with the heart? You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, we love that. Okay, so I mean, for people that don't know you, some people don't know anything about modeling. So where do we find the TinTin?
Oh, you can find me. It's the same handle on Instagram and on Twitter, on TikTok, and on Snapchat.
You're on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. But for the other four, it's the TinTin. THEE_TinTin.
Or something.
The thing that's scrolling there, that's my social media. I have a Facebook. I don't know the difference between a Facebook page and a Facebook profile. I haven't been on Facebook in 8
You're public
years.
figure, so it's a page at this point.
It's a page.
It's not personal. Do you post your family there?
No,
It's not a personal thing.
I don't even manage it.
Yeah, you have a Facebook page.
I have a Facebook page. You can find me there. I think it's Christina Sakala. I'm really not sure.
Yes.
It's Christina Sakala, right?
It's Christina Sakala.
Yes, but everywhere else it's the TinTin. And
What should we look out for from Christina?
A lot. I don't wanna speak it right now. But I'm just going to say that what a time to be an upcoming model right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Models, look out.
Models, upcoming models. I have
Something good for you.
something great, not even good. I have something fantastic for you guys. Let me just say, there's going to be a Naomi Campbell from one of you just now. There's going to be a Tyra
You're
Banks.
gonna be
There's
trained
going to be
by
a
one
Cara
of the
Delevingne.
greats.
Yes.
So-
So
I love that.
yeah.
Nice. I love that. I love hearing passing on the torch. It's very important, and it's a culture we need to nurture more and more in this country. So, all right, guys, thank you for coming all the way until the end. If you made it, there's giveaways, there's what in this one. So,
You've seen.
TinTin is the next guest. Until next time, you know where to find us: Facebook and Instagram at Kubaza Market. Until next time, bye.